Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a comparison between the Roomba i5 robot vacuum cleaner and the Roomba 105. Now both of these have self-empty bases. They're going to vacuum your house, come back to the base station and auto-empty their dustbin. Now I really like the Roomba 105. It has Lidar navigation. That makes a really big difference when it's mapping your house and being able to go vacuum in straight lines. You can put no-go zones. This is a really nice robot vacuum cleaner. Over here on the i5, it does not have Lidar navigation. So it does struggle with mapping your house, and it does struggle because you can't put no-go zones in the app. Now it does come with this mopping attachment. I don't consider this to be very good at mopping, so I'm going to mainly talk about how they vacuum. Now if we look at them, this sensor here is for docking, so that's going to activate when it needs to dock. There is no Lidar. This has spinning Lidar on the top. There's also a front sensor here. Now neither one of these are going to avoid obstacles that are low to the ground, so they will run over cables and stuff. Here's the bottom of the robots. The Roomba 105 does have a little bit smaller brush head. This does have the dual brush roller head, which is a little bit bigger. This one auto empties out the bottom. The 105 auto empties out the back. They both have a side brush that just spins. It can't extend it. Here is the navigation on the i5. It's like the navigation, like a computer mouse, how you move it and it knows where the mouse is. That's how this works. I don't think that works very well. It does struggle in my house quite a bit. If you have a really large house, sometimes it doesn't really find its way back a lot. Lidar navigation is so much better. This will vacuum in straight lines though. Once it does map your house, it will vacuum in straight lines, just like the Roomba 105. Let's take a look at the auto dock. There's where it auto empties through, charges, and you simply just replace this dust bag. So you'll take this dust bag out, throw it away, put a new one in. Here's the 105. It's a little bit different dust bag. You're going to take it, throw it away, and put a new one in. There is a little tool up here to help cut the long hairs off of the brush roller. So this is just a nice smaller design. Here's where it auto empties. The robot, there's where it comes out. It's going to simply back up to it and empty everything out. Let's take a look at the dustbins. Here's the dustbin on the i5. It's got a filter here you'll have to replace once in a while and clean. Here's the dustbin on the 105. It's gonna, again, everything as it vacuums goes in there, and then everything will get sucked out right there. Very easy to work on. Both of them are very easy to work on. So let's go see how the Roomba 105 cleans the room and the i5. Okay, let's see how the Roomba 105 is going to vacuum up this carpet. It's going to undock from the docking station. Now I like that it has Lidar navigation on top. It's going to go around and do the perimeter of your room first, and then it will vacuum up in straight lines. And because it has Lidar navigation, you can put no-go zones, have it stay out of certain rooms, have it vacuum certain rooms on certain days. You can put it on a schedule. So now it's going to start vacuuming in straight lines. Okay, so when it's all done, it's going to go back to the base station and auto empty.
Turning home to charge.
And again, it's got Lidar navigation. Obstacle avoidance isn't that good. If there's something low to the ground, it is going to run it over. Okay, it's backing up to the docking station. It's also going to charge it.
Emptying the dustbin.
Okay, let's check, see how it did. Okay, so let's check the dustbin. Wow, it did empty everything out of the dustbin. And again, this has Lidar navigation, which I really like. You can see there's the spinning brush. There's a side brush. No sensor, but these are fall-off sensors, so it doesn't fall down your stairs. Here's the brush roller. You may get some long hairs that wrap around the ends. Okay, let's see how the i5 Roomba is going to clean up this carpet. We got a bunch of dirt and debris on this carpet. Okay, so the i5 does not have Lidar navigation. It uses a combination of, there's a sensor on the bottom that kind of tracks where it's been. So it does rely on kind of bumping into things with the front bumper to let it know where it's at. Because it will map your house and then it'll use that sensor on the bottom to determine where it's at. The sensor on top here is for when it needs to return to the dock. So it's going to go around and do the perimeter of the room first. Okay, so after it does the perimeter of the room, it can vacuum in straight lines. And that's a dirt detection event. So when that turns blue on top, that means the sensor inside the robot detected some dirt and it's going to go back and forth over that dirt. And then it will go back to normal vacuuming. So it does a relatively good job of vacuuming. And you can put this on a schedule and have it clean certain rooms. There's another dirt detection event. It turned blue and it's going to go back and forth over that area. There's another dirt detection event. So now when it's all done, I'm going to tell it to dock. I do like that it has physical buttons up here. We're going to tell it to go dock. When it's all done, it will go dock itself and auto empty this dustbin back here. Okay, so it's lining itself up with the dock. And the auto empty system is going to kick on. And so that every couple months you are going to have to replace this dust bag right here. It's very simple. Just pull it out, throw it away, and put a new one in. Okay, let's see how the auto empty system worked. Let's take the dustbin out. It did okay. There is a little bit of dirt and debris in there. I do think that's one of the weak points of the i5 is it's emptying out the dustbin into the dust bag. So here's the bottom of the i5. It does have the dual brush rollers. There's that sensor that helps it track like a mouse pad on a computer. That's what tracks your floor. That navigation can struggle if your house is really big. If you have a smaller home, it does okay. There's the side brush. There's where it's going to charge. These are the fall-off sensors so it doesn't fall down your stairs. Let's take a look at the brush rollers. Now you will get some hair wrap around the sides here. It does pretty good with keeping the hair wrap out of the center, but you do get some hair wrap on the sides. Now the i5 combo you can convert to a mopping robot. You got to put a whole new dustbin on. This is a water tank dustbin, so you're going to put this on. It's still going to vacuum your house and everything's going to go in the dustbin, but it can't auto empty. So when it comes back to the docking station, you lose the auto empty feature, because this dustbin has that little flapper on the bottom that it can auto empty everything out of. So you got to manually empty this dustbin whenever you got the mopping attachment on, and it's a little bit smaller. Now also you don't have a carpet sensor, so you really have to be careful. This thing will mop carpet, but you'll have to divide up the rooms where the carpet is. And so if you have a room that has a rug in it, you'll have to take the rug up when you want to mop, or it will mop that rug. But divide up the rooms according to if it's only hardwood floors. Then you can tell the robot, just go vacuum and mop that room only. You can't tell it to do your whole house, or it will mop your floor. Now here it is with that attachment on. It doesn't raise or lower this, and you will have to take this off and clean it yourself. You'll have to put this in the laundry, and it's just by wicking. There is no pump that's pumping the water out of the tank. These are like little wicking pads. So you do want to pre-wet this first if you want to get the best mopping. These do slide on the track. I mean, the mop pad does come on and off real easy. Just, it's going to capture the dirt, and you're going to have to take it off and put it in the laundry yourself. I don't consider this robot a very good mopping robot. There are other better ones out there that do a better job of mopping. Because with a mopping robot, you want features like a carpet detector, a carpet sensor, so that the robot knows when it's on carpet. It'll either avoid it or lift up the mop pad so it doesn't get your carpet wet. Now it will come back to the docking station when the mop pad's installed. You'll just have to come up here and remove the mop pad yourself, and then put the vacuum only dustbin on. So it is relatively to change them out. Okay, so I'm not even sure why they're still selling the i5. This thing needs to go away. I don't really know a place for it. It's just levels and levels of frustration. This is the brand new, just released 105. Lidar navigation and a whole new app. The old app from Roomba is very dated, very frustrating. The new app is extreme. Well, I wouldn't say extremely well, but compared to that, it is very nice. Now, this Roomba 105 is growing on me. When it first came out, I was pretty rough on it because it's a very, very basic robot. They are going to sell a lot of these just because it has the Roomba name on it. They've got one with a mopping pad attachment, which is just okay. I've got a review on it. Price-wise, $279 when it's on sale. So is this a $279 robot? You know, I'd probably pay around $200 for this. I did buy both of these with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video. I originally paid the full price, which was $450. That's why I was so hard on this. That's not a $450 robot. It's way too basic for that. Now this thing, the pricings are all over it, and they love to put this on sale. They will heavily discount this during Amazon Prime days and different things, and they sell a ton of these. I just looked on Amazon. It is June of 2025, and they just sold 3,000 of these. This is a poor robot. This is not a good robot. Whatever amount of money you paid for it was too much. I'll show you one. There is the Eufy C10, which is a better robot than both of these. But I'm doing this comparison because somebody's probably gonna be like, I want a Roomba. I hear that a lot. So if you want a Roomba, I don't mind the 105. It's a little expensive and it's a little basic, but you're going to have a great user experience. So I will put both of these in the show description notes. The product won't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale if you purchase the product using my link. It is a way of helping me so I can do these honest reviews. Now I have the full setup on this. The setup was a little tricky because it has to do an update. And so I got lots of videos on these. If you want to see exactly, I got like a 30-minute long video of it cleaning. So before you purchase, which I do recommend, take a look, see what you think of it. If you can't find the video on this, just search Just a Dad, Roomba 105, and it should come up with that video in Google. I don't know when they're ever going to, they got an i3. I don't know when they're ever going to, they need to just discontinue these. So, but they probably never will. But anyway, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing my job, is to help people. And if you're okay with a Eufy, get the Eufy C10. Much better robot. So again, if you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.